What's up, you guys? Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night to talk to you about physical media, about Blu-rays and 4Ks and the way we like to collect and own our movies and TV shows. This is another installment of my complete collection series for the year 2021. I've done a number of installments, and I'll try and remember, note to self here, link in this description box to the other installments. I think there's 5 of them in total. This is a big one, so I'm going to try and blow through it kind of fast. This is just simply random 4Ks. These are my 4Ks. All genres, all types of movies. These are just what I have in 4K. Now, this is not everything. I've already done one of the videos was a complete Arrow collection, and that included some 4Ks. I'm going to do another boutique collection, rounding out some of the smaller collections of boutiques, Vestron Video, MVD, Blue Underground, and there will be some 4Ks in that too that I'm just sort of segregated off to those sections. This is mostly just random pulls, just random things that I like, have in my collection that are 4K. It's a big stack of movies, so I'm going to try and blow through this pretty quick. So if you want to know anything about any of these specific titles, hit me up in the comments and let me know, and I'll go back to that title and maybe do some more information on that one in a future video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You'll get hit that notification bell, so you'll get notified on all the stuff I've got coming up. Lots of videos to come, as always. Learning more and more every day about collecting and about how I collect and what it means to me and what it means to others in our community. So that's really what this is about. It's really fun. Also, a really great way to get recommendations on things to add to my collection. If you haven't seen it, take a look at my top 5 ranking of boutique studios and let me know what you think on that. All right, so let's get into this. I'm just going to start diving in. So we're going to go as fast as we can through this because, like I said, there's a lot of them. So here's the first one. This is Midsomar. This is an incredibly beautiful set. I'm not going to unbox it. I've unboxed it in a previous video. I'll unbox it. It's tempting to pull this thing apart. Only thing about this movie, it's beautiful 4K, but it's lacking bonus features. Hell or High Water from the writer of Sicario. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's beautiful 4K. 3 Billboards Over Ebbing. I believe Oscar-winning film. Really great 4K. Top Gun. Everybody should have a copy of Top Gun in their 4K collection. Split. One of the few near-perfect M. Night Shyamalan films. Really great movie. Hotel Artemis. This is grindhouse fun, like cheap sci-fi fun. Jodie Foster and Dave Bautista. Highly recommend. This is a brainy movie, Ex Machina. It's a really pretty nice 4K. Much recommended, though. Not one to be doing something else while you watch. The original Pet Sematary. By today's standards, it almost feels like a TV movie, but it's really good. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is a beautiful animated 4K. One of the best examples of animation in 4K. Brightburn. What a surprising movie. From the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. Is it a horror movie? Is it a sci-fi movie? It's both. Also a family drama. That one doesn't belong. Okay, that is not a 4K. And we have the Polenta. Am I hungry? Predator, the 3-movie collection, right there. Solid 4Ks. With the first being the best 4K, even though it's the oldest film, because it really comes to life. I have a handful of these. I really wish they would do a box set, kind of, or something. So I just need to get some sort of database together because I want to own all of these. And that is Batman and Harley Quinn animated Batman film. By own all, I mean all of the DC Batman animated movies because they're almost all great. I have a number of them. Arrival. Still a beautiful 4K. Got some age on it now, but still as good as anything out there. Logan. I really, really wish I had that steelbook release of this one. It just was very nice. Solid 4K. Best of the X-Men movies. It's another Tom Cruise movie. He's a nutcase, maybe in real life, but he does great films, especially in this sort of mid-budget space, this Oblivion. This sort of mid-budget sci-fi movie. He does a great job. There's a number of those that are great. Okay, Bad Time at the El Royale. This is a highly underappreciated film. Not a Tarantino film, but if you like Tarantino, you like Robert Rodriguez, it is one you should be watching because it is in that vein for sure. Kino Lorber brought us this Mad Max, and this is great. This might end up getting flipped, though. Might end up getting flipped because I know that they're doing a box set, and I would like to have all the movies in a single box. Less, it's better on space. So we'll see. We'll see when that comes out. Star Trek Beyond. This is a 4K that if you have an older 4K TV that doesn't have HDR, you're not going to be able to watch. This is really dark without the HDR turned on. Also, best of the Chris Pine Star Trek movies. Lucy. This is a bad movie, but it's fun. I really enjoy Scarlett Johansson in an action movie role, and it's a real pretty 4K. This is a great example, along with Predator, of consolidating films down into box sets. And this is the Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and the World's End combo pack here, all in 4K. It's the same as the original releases, and that's the big thing for me is the extras come along with the consolidating of movies, and they did there. Bumblebee, best Transformers movie, period, and a beautiful 4K. Ready Player One, it's a better 4K than it is a movie. The opening sequence is demo-worthy as far as bringing CGI to 4K and having some killer Atmos sound. I have these the other ones of these. They're mixed in here somewhere, and you'll see this has a used sticker on it still. Deadpool. How to Train Your Dragon Part 2. Very nice 4K. Cloverfield, 4K. I need to revisit this movie. I haven't seen it in a while. I have the other one also. It's in here somewhere. The Sparrow. Highly misunderstood and underappreciated film. Jennifer Lawrence playing a Russian spy. She goes through some pretty devastating training, and a lot of people have trouble seeing that, especially, since she has that sort of, up to that point, had this sort of American Pie kind of, not American Pie the movie, just sort of all-American, kind of the way Julia Roberts was portrayed in her early career. Jennifer Lawrence is like that too, like all-American, sweet girl, wouldn't do what she did in that movie. There's a lot of nudity and that kind of thing, but it's a very good movie. Jack Reacher. This is an okay action movie. This is very 80s reminiscent, which makes sense considering the book that it's based on, which I enjoy those books for kind of grindhouse fun, and that movie's pretty good. Here's another Batman. Gotham by Gaslight on 4K. Again, these are great fun movies. The Lincoln Lawyer. This is a good movie. Matthew McConaughey was very highly underappreciated. It wasn't until years later that people understood that this is how much fun this movie is, because I think initially they were supposed to be a franchise. Argo, fuck yourself. This is a great movie. If you don't know that line, then you need to watch this movie. Ben Affleck is great in this as an actor, but stellar as a director. Changed my whole feeling about Ben Affleck. Dredd, this is one of the best 4Ks out there, and really, if you have it in 3D, I have a 3D copy of it also. I have 2 copies of this because I wanted it in 3D also because it is a stunning 3D. Crank. This is some grindhouse action right here. It's hilarious. Jason Statham is great in this movie. Now just someone give me a 4K of Crank 2. It's an upscale, but the HDR is good. E.T. American movie classic and a great 4K. Die Hard. Where's my box set? Where's my Die Hard box set? I at least want the first 2. Or give me the second one in 4K and that'll be fine. Escape Plan. It's garbage, but it's fun garbage. Very grindhouse, early 80s style action movie, which is fitting considering you have Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone together. This is the Punisher. This is the Thomas Jane Punisher. I think people misunderstood this movie at the time it came out because tonally it's very odd. It's kind of dark and actiony, but also comedic, and that didn't work for a lot of people, but it worked great for me. The Witch. A lot of people found this movie scary as hell. I didn't find it as scary, but it is super engaging. I really like this movie. The Shining, one of the best 4Ks in my collection. It's beautiful 4K, and another American cinema classic, Stanley Kubrick. Requiem for a Dream. Don't watch this when you're feeling sad because this will finish you off. And this is a very dark, sad movie, but very good story. Parasite, Academy Award-winning Parasite, and deservedly so. Total Recall, good 4K. Could have been a little better, but a really great classic film. I'm happy to finally have it in 4K resolution. This is my girlfriend's film. I haven't even watched it. She just wanted it. Hotel Transylvania. I think this is the third one. I think we have the other two also. Alright, here's a little box set. This is the Mission Impossible Complete Collection up to the one coming out. I wanted these in 4K. There was a great deal over the holidays last year. What I don't agree with is, or I didn't agree with initially, was the fact that they put the Blu-rays in here. But the economics make sense if they want to include all the bonus features because they didn't fit on the 4K discs. This is cheaper than just maybe it's cheaper because they already have them printed or something. But this is I appreciate it because now I get all the extras that they had done previously. There's another box set. This one actually packaged a little different. This is the Bourne set. Fun movies generally. Some better than others, but fun. We're blazing through it, you guys. Hellfest. Those of you who have been on the channel for a while know that I have a little sub-collection going of horror movies set in carnival and haunt attractions. So, that one doesn't belong. Fantastic Beasts. Another movie that is my girlfriend's choice. I found the movie to be a little bit long. Wonder Woman. This is a really good movie. Not as great as everybody made it out to be, but really good. This is another underappreciated film. I recommend giving it another go. And funny, it's another Jennifer Lawrence. It's called Mother. She really went through a period of time where she took some chances career-wise, and I love that with The Sparrow and with Mother. I don't know if she'll continue it, though. It can be, I understand if you want to be on the blockbuster side of things, that can be destructive decision-making. Jurassic Park collection, all the way up to Jurassic World, which is not in here, and that is fine with me. Cool set in a nice book. I like this kind of packaging. Kind of suits the type of movies they are. Unsane. It's an okay 4K. It's an okay 4K, considering the movie was shot on an iPhone. But 4K quality aside, it's a great horror movie. This is the remake of Suspiria. Suspiria is one of my favorite films of all time. So very surprising that I would appreciate the remake, but it does something different with the story. It's really good. Coco. Beautiful, beautiful 4K, which is surprising coming from Disney because a lot of their 4Ks are just meh. Evil Dead. Horror classic. Zero Dark 30. I need to revisit this film. I haven't watched it since I bought this. Kick-Ass. Very fun, kind of more indie type of comic book movie. Snitch. This is an okay action movie, but I like The Rock. And, you know, it's kind of grindhousey in that way. And as you can see, I got it used. Sad thing is, I paid $8 for it used. It's probably going for that now. The Shallows. This is one of my earliest 4K purchases, and still it's one of the more beautiful ones. Sony does a great job, generally, with their 4Ks. And from one of the better 4Ks I have to the worst 4K in my collection, that's Terminator 2. Very sad because I love this movie, but it's a shit 4K, and I'm thankful. Sorry about that. I'm thankful that inside here is the Blu-ray, because that's what I'll watch. Cabin in the Woods. Very awesome send-up of horror movies. All right. The Goonies. This is a pretty recent purchase. I like this sort of matte finish slipcover. It's pretty cool. I do wish they had given us different artwork on the inside, but this is a bigger studio. Classic film. Mad Max. Again, this one may be flipped for that Fury Road. This may be flipped for that box set. We'll see. Brawl and Cell Block 99. Very, very different kind of film for Vince Vaughn. Fun movie, very grindhousey and violent in parts. Gemini Man, I appreciate this man for the experiment that it is. This is shot in HFR. Very reminiscent of cheesy sort of Van Damme type of science fiction from the 90s. So I enjoy it for that. Oh, look, here's another one. Here's the first How to Train Your Dragon. Again, another solid 4K. Another collection here. We have the complete Mummy collection 4K. I like this collection. I like the 4Ks are pretty good, but I hate how the movies are inside here, like slip down into the top. It is cool. It has kind of a magnet that keeps it shut, though. That's kind of cool. Collateral. This quality of this 4K is hit and miss. It's never bad, but some areas, the film sequences are much nicer than the digital sequences. This movie famously was shot with a blend of film and digital. Sicario, it's a beautiful 4K and a stunning film. Very upset about this in the move here, which I've talked about many times. This is my Kingsman special edition. It got some damage there. Cool box though still. Alright, we've got some box sets here. Let me move those and we'll get to them in a minute. We're blowing through it, you guys. This is going to be a shorter video than a lot of my bullshit talkie videos, right? So we have The Incredibles Part 2. Love this box, love this set. I want to open it for you guys, but I'm sure you've seen it. It's an old set. Bad Boys for Life. This movie had every reason to suck, but it ended up being really, really fun. Alright, we're going to wrap up now. Getting close here. We've got The Big Lebowski. This was a recent upgrade. Got a great deal on it. I think I paid $14 or something for this in 4K. Alright, Full Metal Jacket. This is another beautiful Kubrick transfer. Great, great war film. There is grain in here, as there should be. It's not DNR'd to shit. So, beautiful. Alright, what else we got? Oh, I just bought this. I think I showed it to you guys. Ghost in the Shell. Wish I'd gotten a slip, but I didn't. Great anime. Very nice 4K. And this one I literally just bought, and it did show to you guys the thing, 4K. This is a beautiful 4K, by the way. Very, very nice. Wish we'd gotten a Dolby Atmos mix though. Alright, let's wrap it up with some box sets. We have the Planet of the Apes collection. Planet of the Apes, we got Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War of the Planet of the Apes. Simple box, just this retail boxes, you know, thrown into a single case. Could have had these individually, but this was a better buy to get them in a box like that. And then we have the incredible Back to the Future Trilogy. Very solid 4Ks. These are not necessarily what I would call demo-worthy. They're very, very good. But I have many here, even this one, that are better than the set. But this is a beautiful set. Lots of really great bonus features here. Highly recommend. And I think this thing is like under $40 now. So it's a no-brainer. And last, but most assuredly not least, is my Christopher Nolan collection here. Now, this obviously is the best way to buy this economically. You've got the Batman movies, Dunkirk, let's see, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, Dunkirk, Inception, Interstellar, and The Prestige, all in one box. And it also, again, has the Blu-rays, which, in retrospect, like, this box is so thin, would be so thin on my shelf, but then I would lose all the extras that are on these discs. So, thankful to have them. And there you have it. This is my 4K collection, other than, like I said, Blue Underground 4Ks, which are going to be a separate video, and some other random sprinklings in here. There's a lot of 4Ks in my steelbook collections that you'll see if you watch the steelbook collection. So this is not everything. This is just everything that is sort of random. That's not part of some other grouping or collection. It's not part of the MCU collection, for example, which I have a lot of 4Ks there too. So I hope you enjoyed this. If there's something here that you want to hear more about, or you want me to speak more about, or you want to see an open unboxing or something, hit me in the comments, let me know. Until next we get a chance to speak, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with your friends and family, and remind them why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV. I'll see you guys on the next one.